You join me for Disc 12, Volume 2. Released in February 1998 alongside the 29th issue of the official UK PlayStation magazine. There are 5 playable demos and 2 video previews on this disc. We gotta start off with the football game, the cover demo. Here we go.
Welcome to a really glorious evening here in England. The stadium is almost full to capacity, and they, like you, await tonight's match between England and Scotland.
This is Actua Soccer 2, part of Gremlin Interactive's Actua series on the PlayStation. I have to admit this one's pretty good. The full game lets you create your own teams and cups, which was pretty ambitious for a PlayStation game, and I'm a sucker for a game that lets you customize everything. The demo has you play as England versus Scotland, with the option to play up to 4 players.
I don't know what he intended there. Darren Jackson. Yes, wide of the post. Well, that was a touch speculative. Sol Campbell. McQueen! Oh, great save. I don't know what he intended there.
Here's a demo for Terry Pratchett's Discworld II, another cartoonish point-and-click adventure just like Broken Sword 2 from Disc 9, but Discworld is far more British, with British voice actors, including Eric Idle, and jokes that are very British. We're not full of ourselves, shut up. We're just full of hot air. Ask our politicians. In the demo, the protagonist Rincewind is trying to board a ship, but the ship is only taking on corpses and the living dead. So Rincewind needs to find a way to prove that he's technically dead. Perhaps a visit to the local mortician is in order.
I wonder if this is what he wanted to be at school. How'd you learn? I mean, you start off small with goldfish and so on. I mean, it's a necessary job, don't get me wrong, but it's a... It doesn't sound like a #1 choice, that's all I'm saying. I've forgotten what started me off on this now. I think I've been catching too much of that embalming fluid. I wonder if he caters for takeaway.
Dead, sir?
Dead? Of course I'm not dead. Do I look dead?
No, hard to tell sometimes these days, sir. It's just that if you're dead, then you're stuck in trade. Our post-mortem travel service offers dozens of very exciting internment locations. Have you considered it at all? All the advantages?
Advantages? What advantages could there possibly be?
Well, lower clothing bills, no more overheads for food, for winter fuel, lower rent.
Lower rent?
Well, the dead don't move around much. You might say that they don't need as big a set of gigs. That's just a little undertaker's joke, sir.
I'll keep away from them if I were you. Otherwise you'll end up a stock in trade. How does one get to be declared dead round here?
Simple, Sam. Just lay down on that slab, when a cold mirror won't cloud with your body's breath, and there's no detectable pulse. Then we can safely declare the individual to have passed beyond.
Even if they're still walking and talking?
I've had to relax those criteria, sir. In the current situation, it pays to be flexible in your definitions.
Well, at least they're cheap and thorough. Anytime I feel myself coming over dead, I think I'll just nip in here for a lie down. was hard and wooden, I suppose. This should fool him.
On your marks. Go!
Next up is Formula Karts. Race on 9 world circuits and a go-kart. And that's pretty much it. There's an arcade mode and a championship mode. Reviews at the time considered it underwhelming. It's not a bad game by any means, it's just overshadowed by other racing games, such as the Formula 1 series.
Right lap. Get going. Final lap.
Time to shoot baddies in Judge Dredd. This game isn't based on the movie but the comic book, although you might be fooled by the live cutscenes. This is a light gun game, although you can still play with a controller. Reviews at release did not like it at all, citing how cluttered the screen can get, enemies being bullet sponges, levels being poorly paced, and it being easy to get overwhelmed by enemies. The demo gives you one level to try and get through. Engage in a firefighting adventure in Rosco McQueen. As Rosco, you must climb 15 towering infernos, fighting fires, rescuing survivors, and defeating robots created by the game's villain, Sylvester T. Square. The game received mixed reviews, with people liking the concept but the execution failing to impress. The demo gives you one level to make your way through.
God's precious one.
Way to go, Ralph.
Come, Digit. We still have work to do.
Hello, help! Hello, help! Hello, help! Hello, help! Hello, help! Way to go, Rosco. So clear.
Now for the previews. There's a preview for Cool Borders 2. And Gran Turismo, which the magazine gets everyone hyped for. That's all for disc 12. You may have noticed on the disc cover it claims there's a Net Eurosa game on here. That's actually not the case. So those of you wanting to see Bouncers 2, I'm afraid you'll have to be disappointed. On the next disc, I get a chance to play Cool Borders 2, finally play Bouncers 2, and return to the world of Command & Conquer. See you next time.